Faith, played by Sally Dexter, and her children, Kane Dingle, Jeff Hordley, and Charles Dingle, Lucy Pargeter, will take center stage in an emotional episode of Emmerdale, it has been confirmed. The ITV soap will explore the trio's relationship in a heart-wrenching installment next week as the matriarch's cancer diagnosis continues to send ripples throughout the village. Viewers know the weeknight serial drama has explored these three characters' past before as part of a flashback episode, but yet more will be unraveled in the coming days as it seems a new perspective will be given on Faith's relationship with her son, in particular. The dramatic installment will take place over the course of an evening as Kane and Chaz talk about their childhood, which saw Faith largely absent from the picture. It has been explained in the past the matriarch had to leave the family home as she could no longer put up with the alcoholic husband of hers, Shadrach Dingle, Andy Devine. With the latter having passed away a few years ago, Chaz is struggling to accept her mother's prognosis, especially as she will have lost both her parents. Both Dingle siblings don't know what the future will hold for them, as Faith is also told in the episode her chemotherapy is no longer working and she doesn't have as long left as she thought. This will set in place a heartbreaking chain of events as Kane wonders whether he should bury the hatchet with his mother for good. As the siblings talk about their childhood, Faith will also be seen talking with her friends Eric Pollard, Chris Chittell, and Brenda Walker, Leslie Dunlop, about the latest news she has received. They will be devastated to hear the end is near, but it could be during these scenes Faith reveals something about the family she has never told anyone else. It could be a secret Shadrach held dear and she told him she would take it to the grave with her so no one would ever know. However, it could be he wasn't a part of the Dingle family at all and had become a part of the iconic plan by accident. In a tragic sequence of events, he could have been homeless when he was younger and taken the identity of another youngster who died on the streets. With the real Shadrach having been missing for years, he could have handed himself into the police so he could have a roof under his head. As Shadrach would have grown up on the streets, his family would have not known the difference if he didn't look like the boy who left them. They would have just been happy to see him, and so the stranger would have been welcomed into the family, no questions asked. This would mean Chaz isn't actually a Dingle, despite being at the heart of some of the family's biggest dramas in recent years. Faith would make Eric and Brenda promise not to tell her daughter the truth, as it would destroy her entire world, as being a Dingle is part of her identity. Kane would still be a Dingle as his birth father is Zach Dingle, Steve Halliwell, who also wouldn't have realized Shadrach wasn't his real brother. Once Faith has gone, Eric and Brenda could have a huge dilemma on their hands over whether Chaz and Kane should know the truth. Their past would change dramatically as they would understand why Shadrach didn't seem to love them as a father should love their children. But how will the Dingle siblings react if they realize their whole childhood was a lie, and how will Chaz feel knowing she isn't a real Dingle? With Faith dead, she would never get the answers she would be looking for. How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car, which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub. You're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. The actress who plays Chaz, Lucy, has spoken out about the emotional installment, which will be unmissable for fans of the iconic family. Lucy explained, Chaz is desperate for her brother to reconnect with their mother before it's too late, and these scenes really explore the reasons behind their complicated relationship. Chaz and Kane have a real heart-to-heart, and I loved having the opportunity to explore their past once again. The scenes were emotional to film, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they come together as part of a really moving episode. Adding to this, the actor who plays Kane, Jeff, also teased what was to come from the dramatic episode airing next week. The actor said, filming these scenes was a genuine and emotional experience. These episodes are beautifully written and great to act, and I am pleased to have been given the opportunity for people to see another side of Kane. Will Kane be able to realize his feelings about his mother need to be left in the past so he can develop a relationship with her before she dies? Or will pride continue to stand in his way as he lets Chaz grieve for their mother on her own with little support from him?